I was supposed to start a few seconds ago. Greetings and salutations. I am Karen Rushmore, and this is my playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker, as you can see by the background and whatnot. I don't know why I bothered to tell you. Anyway, it's me playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's session 26, which basically means that 2 sessions a week, that's 13 weeks, that's a quarter of the year. 3 months of doing this, guys. Woo! Alright, the game still hasn't quite loaded in the background. I got everything set up and then it was like, I'm missing something. It's like, oh yes, the game. So I'm just checking that I've fired off all my usual things to the usual places before we jump back into this. That's interesting. Oh no, that was session 25. My session 26 message. They've not. Let's see if it's loaded. Nope, still not loaded. Alrighty then. Let's click on continue and let's go. I can't really. Oh, that was it. Everybody died at the end of last session. Yeah, it was one of them where it was all like going up to the bald hilltop. And it was very much a case of overpowered. So I'm gonna have to. Sorry, bit tired. Don't know why. I am going to be doing the thing. I'm going to be buffing up to high heaven. It shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, I managed to nearly get there. Was down to like the last 2 enemies, but by the point that I got to the last 2 enemies, it was like the last 2 people alive, and they were not meant to be fighting. So we're gonna go into the bald hilltop, and then wonder why my eye chooses now to start leaking, and buff like crazy, then I run up. Last session we pretty much finished off the troll trouble with a just reward, going all the way down that list. So we're now into I'm just getting rid of little markers. The secret room was failed. It's a little bit annoying that it is marked as failed when it's like I just didn't go in there because I'm playing lawful good and, you know, I'm a good guy. So yeah, with the end of chapter 2, I believe it was, it pretty much gotten to the point of
I am prepared.
Words escaped me for some reason. Cat's Grace, put it on. Put one on. Fox's cunning, intelligence, give it to yourself. Bear's endurance, give that to Valerie. And give bull strength to Amri. Get rid of on the blindness. Let's do a death blast. And do we want anything else to top this off with? I don't think so. I think that's as much. Actually,
anything is possible.
Let's get that going. Let's move
Done with
these 2.
Serves you right.
Octavia, let's not waste too much just yet, because it's going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better. Wait.
'Tear them apart!
should pierce through the damage reduction. If it hits, move up. Let's stab these guys and get some. Ooh. Bum. Button I can press to it.
Yes.
Do they both save? Yeah, they both saved. Okay, great stuff. Oh no, the glitter save is just for the blindness. They're still lit up like beacons, which I'm hoping
Consider me
will get rid of
provoked.
this concealment bonus. Yeah, these chumps again. I've only just started, but I have buffed to high heaven this time.
You forced my hand.
In a vain hopes that
This should do it.
Allow me to win
A calculated risk.
rather than, you know, slowly perishing.
Let us strike as one.
Get rid of that one. Okay, Lindsay. Oh, we're doing
You
a good job
deserved
at
it.
killing them off, so I don't think I need to buff or pit anything just yet. Although, could you do me a favor and start moving up just a little? Emily, get rid of that one.
Make an epic pose. I need inspiration.
Matricium Turinos.
Alright.
Any
Can
last
you move
wishes?
up? Okay. I want you to actually move back there for a moment. So hopefully this thing stops at Amory or that way. Oof. What is that to hit? To hit an armor class of 31 and it's only requiring... It's got a plus 26 modifier on it. Jesus. Although flat-footed, that didn't help. It's going okay so far. I mean...
Tear them apart!
With all the buffs, I'm actually managing to do damage a little bit. I'm hoping... We just failed the saving throw on blindness, that's great. Let's throw you into... Where's my hungry pit? Oh, spike pit. Can you move up and... Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Into the pit you go. That allows me to concentrate on just the big thing. That thing made the mistake of trying to run past a armory. Right, now sneak back around there and stab away. Oof.
Do not falter.
We're not doing too bad on hitting this damn thing, at least. Although it has got a fair amount of damage reduction on it. Let's have a scorching ray on it. It's not bad. Acid
This
splash
is for
again.
you.
Not tremendous amounts of damage coming from this. What's this? Fascinates. Haste. Good hope. Oh, I could have cast that instead of blast. Oh well.
This
I
is
mean,
where
this
I
isn't going to do
step in.
much damage even if you do hit because of the damage reduction this thing has. Which I don't quite know yet, but Come on, get some good damage in there. Now, how are you doing, British Lumbershoot?
This won't kill me.
It's still a hell of a lot of attacks.
Ah!
Do you have any other weapons? You do. Because this doesn't have... Oh no, it does have a +1 enhancement. I just don't know what gets past this thing's damage reduction. That's the main problem.
They go down!
If you're tired, go to bed. That's my general advice. In the net, sleep it off. Well, you know, if you're tired of working, just quit working.
I'll fight if
That's
I
not
have
good
to.
advice, by the way, if there's anybody out there listening. My advice on basically just quitting jobs and whatnot, never to be
you
taken
right.
seriously, but at the same token, you know, if you're tired of working, stop working.
This will hurt.
There we go, that's another thing down. And now all we can need to do is take out this lost sister. Don't know how long is left on the pit, but hopefully it's not too long. Amory, you're just going to delay until after Tristan. Tristan, you're going to burn another spell, healing up Amory. I'm pretty sure that's still that's fairly feeble for what that is, but anyway. Okay, right. Anne-Marie, you're gonna be moving around. We move fast to here. Doop doop doo, doop doop doo. Trying not to fall into the pit myself. That would just be embarrassing. Get a little close to that edge of the pit.
I'll try to make this swift.
And Amory fell in. There we go.
Onwards!
Can't be much more. Valerie just
So
fell
it's
in the
come
pit.
to this.
You can't stop me.
Well, hopefully nobody else
You
does fall into
deserved
the
it.
pit.
Let's try this way.
And luckily, thanks to the blindness, everything's a syntax. I don't think the pit is really going to kill Valerie and Emery. Emery made it out! Yay, go Emery! Alright, get up and move away from the edge of the pit. Just wait there until the pit disappears or... There we go, pit's gone.
Any last
Come on.
wishes?
Make the decision. Okay. Amulet of natural armor +2, masterwork dagger, skin everything, and See, I don't know. Do you have a favorite, least favorite repeated combat text? You mean when they're sort of like, Tamri going "Rawr," or I don't know. The thing is, I've just got so used to tuning these things out over the years. That I don't really notice it as much these days. It's just one of them where it's all like. I also don't think I've got it turned up to the maximum. And they've got a fair amount of variety in there. So there's none that actually displease me. There is one that Tristan says, Seven Ray forgive them, for I cannot. Or something along them lines, and that just strikes me as a great line. But I only think he ever says it when he gets a crit. Or maybe it's when he hits, but he really doesn't hit that often. But no, I remember the good old days of these kind of things. Okay, the Quest Journal says that I need to go to the home will take place on a nameless island in Camesland, where several monsters, each of unbelievable size, unrivaled ferocity, and unprecedented rapacity, have set their layers. Now, as far as I'm aware, I'm not entirely sure where that is. But it's going to be a few days March, I would have thought out. Oh, Caleb. Okay, it's down. Having said that, it's there. Okay, so it's not too bad. Oh, Valerie can do that, and it's going to take 17 days. I mean, do I want to? It's going to burn a lot of my DPs again. But I'll get another village. As curious as it says, the number of villages is 0. Let's just ignore that. It's probably just a little bit of a look. Do I want to spend 14 days doing this? I don't really want to do that. I want to kind of get on with the plot. But I don't want to leave, well, that's kind of in progress. So, let's skip a day. Let's give us, the cursed bald hilltop makes its presence feel one more. Maddening forest beast, blah blah blah. The Baron managed to preserve the peace and enjoys peace once again. So that's good stuff. Right. So are there any events that anybody can do? Ooh. How many event of the month do that? Monster sighting could have been Valerie, but more territories to explore, more territories to defend. Yeah, and more territories to go through and just actually mark all the little places off, because this is one of the things that I've not actually, if we can't get to the map from here. Let's just go to the inventory for a moment. Now I want to take a day's rest here before heading out. For this monster hunt. Come on. Run over to this guy. Let's see. Brought some relics. Okay, he's just basically noted that there's more stuff that I need to
due time.
Gather up. Main square. Let's sell off some junk. rogues can use their sneak attack to inflict additional damage. Well, no shit. But yeah, for the most part, you know, back in the day of Command and Conquer is when I kind of got numb to the very much repeating phrases of video games. You know, where it's like insufficient credits, insufficient, insufficient silos, or something along those lines, where it just repeats the same wording very much over and over and over and over and over again, to the point that it's maddening at times. And yeah, I appreciate that it can feel that way a little bit with some of the phrases that these people come out with, but ever since, you know, the days of Command and Conquer, I'm just like, they're saying what now? I just do not listen to something that is just repeating the same few keywords. So I don't notice any. Notice any of the really annoying ones. Yeah, we'll get to the world map just about now when it loads. Bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da! Hey, I recently discovered I already own RA2 and Yours Revenge on Origin somehow, and have been playing that here and there. I forgot just how much the units chat. Yeah, and it's every time you click on something, it goes blah, blah, blah. Moving out, and stuff like that. And it's like, that's all fine and well, but at the same token, it's like it can get really repetitive. And you know, there's videos out on the internet of classic ones where something or someone says something really annoying just incessantly. Only one that I remember off the top of the head is not one that I've actually experienced myself, but anyway, yes, that's all what I was talking to, or was going to talk about on the map, is like, there's the Boggart hunting grounds, there's the waterlogged lowlands, Ratnook Hill, this hunting lodge that's apparently appeared out of nowhere. I think I've been to a fair few of these. Hogarth's Lair, I've not even finished searching out that little area. Monster Den being there. Not finished walking these paths. There's just so many little places that I've discovered. I've just never been there. Old Oak. Not entirely sure how I'm supposed to get to Old Oak. Because all of them seem, you know, if you go to one of these dots and there's a path leading off, it gives you the sort of like the start of it. Where's the path leading to the Old Oak? Because it's not from that one, and it's not from that one, and it's not from that one. But I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. In the meantime, I'm going to go do this. Hunting lodge. Do you want to turn to this location? Yes, I do. I'm trying to think how you might own Red Alert 2 or Yori's Revenge. This is where you need an AC tower to reveal locations on the map. An AC tower? Because I'm playing a Pathfinder / D&D game. AC is armor class. I hate abbreviations. You know me. The leaders of the travellers, greying men with strong hands and sharp eyes, greet you with a nod. Your Grace, thank you for hosting this hunt. He turns towards the guests. Dear guests, welcome. I am Jamal Vizier of the Ember Forest. I have no talent for speeches, so let us proceed to business. This is no normal hunt. Rather than hares or deer, our prey shall be owlbears, hydras, and wyvern. These targets would be dangerous enough anywhere, but on these grounds we found extraordinarily large and fearsome specimens. We aim to eliminate them before they can find their way to any civilians. To make the hunt a bit more interesting, we've decided to add an element of competition. Jamal displays a gold-trimmed chest to the gathered audience. There are 3 dire monsters on the grounds. I'm willing to bet my crew that we'll gather 2 heads at least, but if one of the other parties bests us and gathers 2, or even all 3 trophies, they'll be rewarded with a valuable prize. Don't dally though, we won't be waiting for anyone. Is everyone ready? Assassin's Creed, there we go. Yeah, Climate Tower. See the map. Has it been adopted? Well, I don't generally play that many games of that ilk. You know, the observation plot points, you know, they kind of make sense when it comes to Assassin's Creed, because, you know, he can climb anything, or they can climb anything, I should say. And it does allow you to survey the land, but I didn't know that it had been adopted to other games. Examine the guests from Niven. 2 sword sisters represent the Mivoni and Aldori. They are, as they inspect their equipment, the elder sister and can be heard scolding the younger Julia. Julia sighs and rolls her eyes, but doesn't interrupt her sister. Examine the guests from Ptax. Anamid Bellavara, one of the most popular bards in Ptax, has come as an emissary of King Giveretti. She doesn't seem to have bought any hunting gear. Oh yeah, Far Cry does it. I've played Far Cry, and now that you mention it, yes, now I do. Yeah, that's kind of adopted it as well, although that's a Ubisoft game, so it kind of makes sense. Do I want to buy any followers? How about no? Bye. Yeah, I think Ubisoft, they're very cookie cooker. Once they find a strategy or a formula that works, they try to use it in as many places as possible. So it wouldn't surprise me if you can draw a lot of similarities between some of the open world Tom Clancy games, Far Cry, and Assassin's Creed. Because it works for them, so why are they not going to try anything outrageous? Whoa, you know who that is? That's Anamid herself. She taught poetics at the academy. All of the guys there sent her love letters. And half the girls too. Lindsay whispers excitedly. You notice a blush spread over her face. I'm ready. The letters begin. The hunting grounds are an hour's travel from here. Don't waste any time. We won't hesitate to bag all the trophies. And yet, we just stand there as everybody else runs out the door. Come on, move, move. It's a race.
I believe I found something.
I don't care that there's loot to be had back there. We're going. God, I'm stuck in a loading screen. This is unfair. They're not getting an advantage. Ruling a kingdom is a serious task. Make sure you visit your capital at least once a month. And I refuse to take it seriously, though. Right, let's have a look at the map. We're lower left. Arkham Asylum in particular is so it is a race to kill owlbears. Now, I think it's a race to kill a particular enlarged creature of wyvern, owlbear, and hydra. Although one interesting facet is that it said that the prize was for capturing the most heads. Couldn't you just very carefully attack a hydra for quite a while and gather more heads? Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, Arkham Asylum is a particular spawned a whole generation of games using its combat mechanics. Fun and frantic. Yeah, I can't say that I've experienced the Arkham series. I might have done. I think there's one that I've played. It might not be an Arkham. I really can't remember.
Consider me provoked.
I'd have to look it up on my Steam account and figure out which one it was.
This should do it. You forced my hand.
Slightly concerned that the bears are moving away from us. It's like maybe there's something we don't
Stay
do.
behind me!
Like an alternative way around. They're coming around behind us. Did you play either of the Shadow? Nope, no, none of the Shadow of
This
the
is
Mordor.
where I step in. This is for you!
A calculated risk.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings really isn't my thing. I don't know if you're aware of this. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it around you, where it's like, Lord of the Rings, yes, okay, the movies were fine and enjoyable, but I don't know, it's that whole
Let us strike as one!
pre-established universe that really doesn't appeal to me. And I don't know why.
Serves you right. I'll fight if I have to.
Valor is not going to die to the one at the back, but people might die if we don't take care of... Ew, that was nothing. That
This
one.
will hurt.
Okay. Right. Can you charge there? You cannot charge there.
Bring it!
I'll try to make this swift.
I forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, no, none of the Shadow or Mordor games. I don't know, to a certain degree, I don't really do that
Do
many
not falter.
frantic games.
Ah!
Yeah, you could say that I'm a
deserve
bit of a
it.
hipster on these things. And it's not that I have anything against them. It's just... I
Let's
have no
try this
interest
way.
in them. Not because they're popular, it's just...
Tear them apart!
I give them their fair shot, and they bore me. So I get over it and move on with my life. A dung plant the size of a tower shield has been can be seen in the high grass. Nice. The game's very good though. The sequel in particular was much better than I expected. A fun mix between combat and kind of unit-based management.
As it should be.
Yeah, it's one of them where it's like I possibly could give it, you know, poisonous hydras. I don't like the poisonous things.
Here I am. See? I'm not doing it wrong. The spell is flawed. They go down!
Where are you going? Okay, come back over this way.
In due time.
To victory!
Alpha log. Okay.
You can't stop me.
Onwards!
Heads up.
So it's come to this.
Is that a pun about the Hydra?
This
we
should
can
do
these
it.
things are just moving
Let
around
yourself open.
near invisibly.
Any last wishes?
Also slightly concerned that we're not doing as much damage right now as I would like.
Hey! Look at me, Gorham! Stay behind me!
Hydra humor. I actually recognized it as Hydra humor. As much as that saddens me, I did realize that you were making a Hydra joke. People would stop falling down. That would be great.
A calculated risk.
Consider me provoked.
This
Bring
is
it.
going well for us.
Let us strike as one!
There are one of them at least.
Repent! This will hurt.
This is where I step in.
Things are not working out quite according to plan. Can we get rid of that? Nope, we can't. Oof, what is this? It's a 5-4, and that's a 5-4. Well, that's a 7-4. Okay. So the Alpha Log is tough.
Do not falter! Ah!
Dawnflower, grant me strength.
And then you get knocked down again. And now there's a bear coming.
Healing fire. I need your breath. Let's try this way.
There we go. That's one now.
This should do it.
You stay out of this for a moment.
Yes!
Oh, of course it makes a bleeding sound. in the hole you go.
Axel. Yes.
There we go. Screw it, we're gonna go attack this.
Onwards!
Valerie, keep these two entertained, thank you very much. Move back there, Tristane. I'm not sure what triggered the attack of opportunity there, but it didn't have an attack of opportunity. Alright, stand up. Stab the thing. Lindsay,
Serves
shoot
you
that
right.
thing. Also, move slightly back. Octavia. That one's probably going to die first. And we get rid of that. Thank you. Now move back to the greater organ.
Stay behind me!
Let's have some healing. I'm just. Nice. So is that what you're currently playing at the moment? Red Alert and Red Alert, well, Red Alert 2, British Bumbershoot.
You deserved it.
Or have you got other games on the go at the moment as well?
This is for you.
They go down! Let us strike as one!
You forced my hand. A calculated risk.
Yeah, yeah. Lindsay, get away from the hole. Don't fall in any of the holes, preferably. Thank you very much. Maria move forward. Valerie move slightly further ahead. No, I've not had time to properly relax and play. At the moment I'm playing Pokemon Y on the DS3 as it's something to play for 20 minutes. 10 to 20 minutes when I get them out. You basically need to take some time off and just,
Any
you know, play
last
video
wishes?
games for like a week or so. I claim bullshit. The thing
I'll
just
fight
walked
if I
across
have
the
to.
open hole. And I'm not going any closer to it. Just gonna stay there. And it fell down into the pit again. Alright. Everybody just wait for it to either A, climb out of the pit, or the pit to disappear. I'm gonna remember, I do actually have ranged weapons for everybody else. Well, the pit is over.
Do not falter!
I'll try to make this swift. This will hurt.
Can't imagine a day where I don't actually
This
spend
is where
at
I
least a
step
couple
in.
of hours each day playing video games. Alright, skin everything, grab everything. And
All according to plan.
mind the grease.
We will prevail!
Red Alert 2 and Yours Revenge need dedicated children. Plus, I found that you can only play it on full screen without extensive messing around. So, going to try it on a bit closer to a 4:3 and see if it's a bit clearer, and maybe buy a second monitor for it. I mean, I've got a 10 by... I forget what the resolution mine is. 16 by 10? I can't remember what my resolution ratio is, but it's not a 3:4, but it didn't take that much messing around when I tried it to get it to look respectable.
Bring it!
So it's come to this.
I mean, it's certainly not worth buying a second monitor for, if you ask me.
Let's try this way.
In some ways, you can actually force monitors to, you know, strictly do a 3:4. It'll basically letterbox it. Oh, not letterbox. It'll give you basically bars down the side, while
Serves you
maintaining a
right.
3:4 resolution. But no, the last time I got Red Alert working, I think I had it running full screen and it wasn't looking that bad. I mean, don't forget the game's old now, so you know it's never gonna look fantastic. I also just want another monitor. Red Alert 2. No, well, I'm not talking about the remastered one. If the remastered one didn't look good, then I would have said, you know, I would have been getting a refund for the remastered, because it's like you remastered it and it still looks terrible. Do you understand what the word remastered actually means?
This should do it.
You deserve
But no, I'm talking about Red Alert 2. Because like I said, the last time that I had to futz around with it, and it did take some futzing around to get it working, it didn't look that bad. Can't rage yet because you're still fatigued for another 6 bleeding rounds. I dislike how close this thing is getting to the party members. Yeah.
Consider me provoked.
It's a 21:9 aspect ratio. Sorry, I just have to look this up. What the hell is a 21:9 aspect ratio? Oh, is it? Right, it's one of those monitors. Yeah, they're in the yeah, it's the ultra wide, and to a certain degree it's Yeah, okay. Are you at your computer?
A calculated risk.
I'm in a position to be able to load up Red Alert 2. Because I have a feeling you're trying to play it at a 4:3 ratio, and it looks tight and
Calm
awful.
down. Not dead yet.
Right, so
Stay behind me.
if I say go to the installation folder for Red Alert 2, would you know what I mean?
I can't keep this up much longer.
If anybody's joining us now, this is turning out to be a technical session where I basically see if
You forced my hand.
we can get another game that somebody else is playing working, looking slightly better than goddamn awful. Because I can imagine it looking goddamn awful.
This will hurt.
Those resolutions. Right, I forgot that I had my ranged weapon out and triggered an attack of opportunity. Shazbot.
Any last wishes?
I require healing.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay, well that makes it slightly easier. Get rid
Let
of
us
that one.
strike as one.
Oh, it's just gonna... No, it didn't mess you up.
I can't
Oh.
keep this up much
There it
longer.
messed you up. And you died. Owlbears are 14. Jesus, wet.
Bring it.
So yeah, have you gone to the installation folder for Red Alert 2? Would you know how to get there just by me telling you to go to the installation folder, or is this going to require a little bit more guidance?
This is for you!
I'm only half paying attention to my combat because I got a bad feeling that it's a bit all over for this combat, and I'm going to have to reload, and I've not saved it since arriving in this area. That's really annoying.
Protect me, please. What?
Jesus.
A miserable last chapter.
Tear them apart.
Fucking everybody hold on tight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've come across owlbears before and didn't have this much difficulty with them. I came across greater owlbears and managed to take them out. Welcome, Johanna. I'm going with Johanna because I don't know how to pronounce YH. But welcome to my stream. This is kind of my first playthrough, and I'm up to level 8, third chapter-ish. So, you know, I won't really be expecting to have this much difficulty
I'll fight if I
against
have
simple
to.
bleeding owlbears. Come on. It was a controlled fireball, I'll have you know. Not just any fireball.
All right.
Okay, can you at least take that? Yes, you can. Okay, great stuff. Move away from the owlbear. Interesting. I need some healing over on family. And we're just going to put you in a hole for a moment. There we go. You stay in the hole while I figure out what I'm going to do to prepare. What do I have to prepare? I don't really have much to prepare. Oh, Lindsay's actually still alive. That's useful. Right. can you very carefully move away from the hole? Right, you stand there. Tristan, stand back. Difficulty is normal, I believe. I think that's the one that I went for. I can double check. Options. Gear. Difficulty. Yeah, it's just straight up normal. And I've been struggling. I mean, I've not been... See, I know to a certain degree. It's all like every time that I get close to anything where I feel like there's going to be combat, I could basically buff up to high heaven. And, you know, take it very carefully as I go around and make sure that everybody's buffed. And, you know, I came into this fight and Amory was still fatigued after the previous fight. We're just going to cast Grace up if I can. Oh, the owlbear got out. The owlbear got out. Who is it going for? Right, you can now rage again.
They go down!
Yeah, man. Interesting. Move back a little. And let's Scotch and Ray that thing. Kaboom. And Octavia move back a little. And we're just gonna guarantee damage with the magic missile. Boom. And it's nearly dead. So, Lindsay, move back over this way. I think it's coming for you.
This is where I step in.
And it's got like one hit point left. There we go. Okay.
I'm wounded.
Right, EO.
I'm listening.
How long does this last? It lasts minutes. I don't like minutes. That's enough of those. Let's burn that on Valerie. And 24. Jesus. 3 days, it's not too bad for one of those. Alright, that'll do for now a little. Right, scan, it's telling me there's treasure somewhere close. Now let's quickly save it just in case this goes wrong again. I mean, I'm supposed to be hunting for extra large variants of these things. And these Worgen coming out of nowhere really aren't helping.
Let's try this way.
Luckily these things aren't exactly the
This should do it.
So hopefully they'll come charging
I'll try
straight
to make
towards
this
me.
swift.
Sing us a song, Lindsay.
Serves you right.
Like the fact that you're attacking the barbarian.
You can't stop me.
A calculated risk.
How many bless do I have left for it? I got another bless after this.
Do not falter!
Love how useful that web was. That was sarcasm, by the way, folks.
You deserved it.
Oh, don't worry about distracting me, British Bumbershoot, and costing me HP. I mean, I'm still just waiting on you to confirm that you've gotten to the red alert to install folder.
Bring it!
I mean, I'm perfectly capable of making my mistakes when I'm fully paying attention to the game. The number of times that I've sent somebody walking the wrong way, or just clicked when I shouldn't have clicked, not thought about it,
So it's come
forgot
to
to
this.
bless, forgot to sing the song. There's plenty of mistakes I make when I play this game. Valerie, can you get that thing's attention? I don't think.
Any last
I'm
wishes?
looking okay. Come on. Say that one in the list. Screw this. I'm going in for Millie.
This will hurt. Let's try this way.
Yeah, okay, so in the installation folder, you just see a file called RA2, and if you've got extensions turned on, it'll be a .ini. If you haven't got extensions
is where
turned
I
on,
stop
you'll
it.
probably see a bunch of them. But this one's got an icon that kind of looks like a notepad, but might be slightly more technically looking. Files and files. Origin Games, Command Conquer 2, Red Alert. I'm guessing you mean files and folders, Origin Games.
Follow my lead.
But yeah, I just need you to get to the installation folder itself. Because you won't be able to do this within Origin. Although you might be able to right click on the game and say open, properties and show me the folder. Things like that.
Interesting.
Failing any
It is
of that,
finished.
I mean, it's usually somewhere like...
Running won't help you!
This is the Aldores. Greater and Ranged Elba. It's an 18 beast. I've got the configuration settings folder. File. Right, so if you
This
go
should do
open
it.
that file up in Notepad.
A calculated risk.
Serves you right.
Yeah, so right click and just open with Notepad.
Tear them apart!
See, I've just misclicked and sent Octavia running into battle. That was a terrible idea. Run away again. Done so. And in this file, you're looking for. There should be a height and width variable.
Stay behind me!
It's likely to be under graphical settings. It's been a while since I
This
looked at the
will
file
hurt.
myself, but it should be sort of like in square brackets graphics or something like that. Yeah, so now
You
put in your
deserved it.
440 and the other value that I can't remember off the top of my head. You know what your resolution is.
They go down!
Oh, you might also want to remember what the values were, just in case this all goes horribly wrong. I think I messed around with it once and it doesn't go horribly wrong.
This is for you.
If it finds something that it really doesn't like, it just either A, refuses to load,
Let
or
us
B,
strike
refuses to acknowledge what you've put
Let's
in and just
try
uses
this
some
way.
default settings. The sisters glance at each other, grimace. Finally, Edna straightens herself and speaks. Thank you. We owe you our lives. How are things in Mivan? The same as always, a total mess, as far as I can tell. Brevanese officials have decided state prisons were a waste of taxes because criminals have been fleeing to our lands, because their criminals have been fleeing to our lands by the dozen, and Galt is sending spies and provocateurs at us without even trying to cover their tracks anymore. And yet another skirmish along our border with tax, and, well, business as usual. So yeah, once you've set those resolutions to what your screen is, just save that, close it, and then run Red Alert 2. And then load up your game that is probably in progress at some point. You want to get into the nuts and bolts of it. You don't just want to see the menus, you want to see the battlefield. Then come back and let me know how that went. On the bright side, our uncle has finally no, not as far as I'm aware. I just had to quickly look it up as to how you packed around it in this one, and I remember getting it to run was a problem, and that required some hacking around. I forgot that the graphics was the easy hack around. That hack around has been in since Tiberium's Son, and I was doing that before I had the internet. Because this is how you got weird and wonderful things done back in the day on PCs. On the bright side, our uncle has finally defeated the old treasurer in a duel. So now, as long as no one tries to claim the position, it's as good as his. Mivan's like a paradise for bards. There are duels every day, and of course the winner wants songs of their victories, so bards are prepared a dozen songs in advance. Then just slip in the right name. Mivan's public officials are to be determined by duels. It's called meritocracy. The most skilled get to rule. Anyone can gain higher position in our society, provided they can defend that position in a fair fight. Everyone duels, from lowly apprentices to high ministers. That's why Mivan's swordplay is unrivaled. Not by gods, not by Brevany, and not by the River Kingdoms. Big deal, fencing it with toothpicks. Just some entertainment for rich city dwellers. In a real fight, all your stances and feints aren't worth shit. Judging by your fight with that owlbear, Mivan swordlords couldn't best one of our cooks. Would you like some lessons in swordplay from my stable hand? Wow, brutal. Yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest way to deliver technical support. I know that Half-Singer Games has had some technical issues in the past, and what we've done there and then is just like, yeah, let's mute Twitch for a moment, jump on the Discord, and talk to her there. It almost... Yes, there is swearing in this. I mean, it's not the first time that they've sworn. I'm not entirely sure what the PG rating on this thing is. I can't actually see. That's because someone would happily charge a pack of dragons with their bare hands given the chance. Oh, and here I thought it was because one of us spends more time running to the kitchen for cookies than training with her sword. Judging by your fight with that owlbear, Mivan's sword lords couldn't best one of our cooks. Would you like some lessons in swordplay from my stable hand? Will we not, guess I would demand satisfaction here and now? Edna hisses through clenched teeth, glaring. I urge you to rescind your words before I am forced to make you do so. I mean, if I think I've always assumed it was you paraphrasing. No, I try fairly hard. I try reasonably not to actually swear on the stream. If it comes up in text, I'm forced to say it. If I'm frustrated, then I might declare that something is bullshit. But no, most of when I'm actually I'm reading everything on screen word for word. So if it is actually dialogue like this, then it's quite literally what's written, not me paraphrasing. I apologise, it was a poor joke. In Midland, that sort of joke typically ends with an appointment in the square and a jester finding a few new buttonholes for, in their shirt. Yeah, whatever. Don't mention it, take care. Yeah, that's it, take care. As in, make sure you can actually kill a monster before attacking it. The most dangerous monster you could handle is a cow. That's already been butchered and deep fried. You should make yourself a new coat of arms with a fork instead of sword on it. The sisters continue to quarrel, no longer paying attention to you. It's not Edna's pride nor Julia's sloth that will be there undoing. It's their mutual inability to cooperate. Not that it's any of my business. I'm stealing the head. Alright, I got the head of the Alba. Everybody's looking a little bit messed up, but tattered leather armor and the hilt of the cheap sword are lying amongst the bones.
Enemy approaching.
Oh, I thought it said greater owlbears. If there was another couple of greater owlbears, I was tempted to maybe run away.
This should do it.
But I think I should be able to take the greater diabears.
Onwards!
Without too much difficulty. Rages for the day. Don't really want to waste too many on bears, but might have to if these keep murdering me.
Any last wishes?
What have I got left? That'll, oh wait, no, I can bring that back and then seems as though you've gone quiet, I'm going to assume you're trying to run Red Alert 2. And I have to shout at you a few times to get that
I'll
done.
fight if I have to.
Bum, 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 bum. Right, move away very carefully and switch to the bow.
Stay behind me!
Move around there. Stab that one. Seriously, what? Okay. She's yeah, okay. No too bad. Valerie, which is good, because move 5 feet away, take out the red diver.
Repent!
What time is it? It is 8:15. And there we go, missed click, so that could have cost somebody's life. Shozbots. Burning hands. Let's have a burning hands. Why not? Ooh, that was mercy. I return with ill tidings. What kind of ill tidings are we talking about now?
Let us strike as one.
The game refuses to run anymore, or it didn't load up, or it looked worse than it was, or it didn't do anything at all. Use your words. Oh shoot! I just moved in the wrong person, wrong direction.
Serves you right. You can't stop me.
Welcome to Whiff Wars, everybody. Where nobody can hit, so nothing happens.
Tear them apart.
You deserved it.
You forced my hand.
Consider me provoked.
A calculated risk.
Oh. Sneak attacks going
Do
on.
not falter. They go down.
I think one of the limitations of the game that, you know, it's like,
Any last
with my
wishes?
rogue, he has, the game ran technically, but when the map loaded it ran at about 1 frame per second. Much better aspect ratio. Okay. Right. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I'd have to go through and do some more digging into that, and so right, so we got it looking good.
I'll try to make this
So there,
win.
problem solved. I mean, what more do you want?
This is for you.
No, you can't have everything in this world.
This will hurt.
No, there'll probably be a bit of a hack out there for getting it to run smoother. I'm assuming that in its standard resolution it was running at a... Remember we were reading a while back about it struggling to open a window and running in a better resolution due to it being a 32-bit Windows game or a 4, whichever is the old one. 32-bit is the old one. They've sent you over some pics. Oh, here we go. Says he sent me pics, and it's like, I have no idea where this came from. 1080 by 720. 1024 by 720. I'm trying to remember my old resolutions. I have a feeling that one of the problems you might have to what's potentially happening is it's rendering everything that is on screen. But
This
because there
where
is
I
so
step
much
in.
on screen, it's a lot to render.
So it's come
So
to
what
this.
you want to try to do maybe is take your resolution
I'll fight
and
if I
halve
have
the
to.
numbers. It won't be quite as good looking,
Stay behind me.
but it will potentially. That side menu. That side menu in screen 2 is pretty good, though, right? Lol. Yeah, I have no idea what you did there, and I'm trying to remember whether 1024 by 768. No, 1024 by 768 is a standard resolution. I have no idea what 1080 by 720 is. I mean, I can't even recall what screen that is. Is that the menu? I don't know. It went weird on you. But yeah, try halving the resolutions. So, you know, I'm sure you can do math on halving your resolution. And give that a go and see if it's still got the same delay. Because I'm getting the feeling that it's basically just poorly programmed AI or drawing where it's trying to draw too much on the screen all at once because it's essentially rendering the whole map. Even though most of it is behind a fog of war. There was something up over here. I could have sworn it. There is. There's an alpha log up there. Sorry, on the minimap before it disappeared. Oh. Oh, mighty beast, deadly be your poison. Praise Lamashtu. Oh, 1024 by 768. Run, beast be hungry. So what did they say? Oh, mighty beast, deadly be your poison, praise Lamashtu. Oh, mighty beast, strong be your wings, praise Lamashtu. Oh, mighty beast, sharp be your claws, beast be hungry, run, mercilessly Lamashtu. Goblin dog cutter dies. Okay. I think this is going to be another one of them difficult fights. I got a bless. Oh, let's give Bear's Endurance to.
Just letting me
Let's
in
do the
try.
buffs.
And Lindsay was called for. What troubles you?
Okay, let's move forward a little.
Lindsay the Magnificent? Lindsay the Illustrious? Something more simple, like... May I suggest another way to use this spell?
Tear them apart! To arms!
Yeah, 1024 by 768 is actually a standard 3:4 resolution. Which I don't think is going to look good on your monitor.
Let's try this way.
It's just the ferocious one. I mean, it's only a 7 dragon. Why was I scared of this?
Repent!
Somebody riddle me that. I mean, it might not be the big one that's out here.
You can't stop me.
They go down!
Serves you
I
right.
don't remember which game it was that I used to play where it used to slow down if
Let
you
us
moved the
strike
map
as
around
one.
a lot. And I think it might have been one of the
Do
Command
not
and Conquers,
falter! Onwards!
where you can
This
slow the
should
game
do
to a
it.
crawl and you get them moving the screen around very rapidly. Is this? No, it's not.
In due time.
There should be a dangerous wyvern around here. I kind of want to move on it before buffs start running out. This thing's sabotage, dude. We got a lot of attacks, I can see that much.
You forced my hand.
More picks have been provided. Bum. Wow, that's impressive. That is a huge construction yard. But no, so yeah, the by 16 is 16-bit color. That's not a concern. That just basically means, you know, that's a standard that it ran all of the time. But if you exit out and go into that text file again and change those settings to, oh god, math. 1 second. No, don't do that. Do this. If you set the width to 1720 to by the other number is this. Divide. Yeah, 1720 by 720. And tell me what that comes out as. Although I still think that's going to look a little bit horrendous. You might... without sitting down with a pen and paper and a calculator for a little while longer, you might be able to get it slightly better by splitting some of the differences. But try 720 by 720. So the width is 720 and the height is 720. Yeah, this is the thing. If it doesn't like, oh, was that the? Did you try the 1720 by 720? And did it then default back to 640 by 480?
I'm not doing it wrong.
That might be something that, like I said, it's very difficult to break it because it's like if it just straight up doesn't like it, it'll just refuse to render it and load it up in one of the default. Where's this other thing? Alright, Octavio, pull back again. Gather around. Yeah. Right, so it doesn't like that one. Right, okay. Shoot. Right, divide 2 multiplied by 3. So, try, divide 2 multiplied by 3. So try 2580 by 1080. So that's 2580 width with a 1080 height. And see what that does.
Consider me provoked.
So that'll be 3/4 of your maximum resolution. It still might not be enough to keep the game happy, and it might default to a standard resolution, your 640 by 480 again.
Let us strike as one.
If that doesn't work, then you are looking at doing some serious hacking around because there's nothing. That's a flaw in the game engine where it's like it doesn't want to render anything smaller, or it doesn't want to render any ratios that don't make sense to it. And when they're perfectly valid resolutions, albeit non-standard ones. I mean, I'd have to look up standard 21:9 resolutions. I don't think there's many standards at those resolutions at that ratio. Most of the buffs are still going. Yay! How long we got? 60 odd rounds. Oh, Amory got knocked down. Why me? Why run past the guy with the shield? God, I hate this game sometimes.
This is where I step in.
Right, back away slowly.
A calculated risk.
Stand up. Take some damage. Rage. Murder. Yeah, big old fist size gun yard again. Default back. Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I can suggest is go away and look up 21:9 default resolutions and see if there's any that isn't quite that ridiculous number, the ridiculous one you said before.
This is for
Well,
you.
I think you'll be struggling because I don't think there'll be many standard resolutions on the ultra wide.
Do not hold back.
Yeah, you might just be better off buying a new monitor.
Come to this.
It's one of the reasons why I'm not. It's one of the problems with old games is that like they very much didn't think about what would happen in like 10, 20 years when the resolutions change somewhat. Right, move back. Murder that thing. Scotch and
Onwards.
I mean, there's a reasonably good chance that somebody's already been out there and tweaked the smeg out of it. It's just trying to find the hack on the internet. Just for the love of God, leave me alone.
This will hurt.
Stay behind me.
Plus, I already saved roughly 30 quid, but I'm not having to buy the CNC Ultimate Collection thing.
Let us strike as one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a boom. That's gonna do damage. No.
Calm down.
No, it's just
Not
gonna kill
dead
me
yet.
instead. I mean, one might argue.
Let's try this way.
That, to be fair, I don't actually think that Red Alert 2 is worth spending extra money on. Especially not at this stage. I have a feeling that if Westwood is smart, they'll probably remaster that one next. And not Westwood, EA.
Do not falter!
For the love of God. Well, yeah, if EA do remaster Red Alert 2, that'd be the time to get it again. And incorrect. What do you mean incorrect?
This should do it.
Oh, were you disagreeing with my statement about,
They go down!
yeah, no, if you've got an abandoned game,
I'll fight if I have to.
and one could argue that Red Alert is abandoned, that's, to a certain degree, yes, it's worthwhile doing what you can for these things, especially if it is your favorite game anyway. But at the same token, it's one of them where it's like, yeah, they've remastered the original, they've remastered Red Alert. I have a feeling that they'll probably go and do the rest of them
Calculated risk.
some point. And at that point, it'll be so like, you've got a monitor that you've spent maybe a couple of hundred, you know, I wouldn't recommend spending anything less than 100 quid on a monitor. In entire honesty, it's all like, it's the thing that your eyes are going to be staring at for hours at a time. You don't want to go cheap on it. Right. Everybody is messed up again. I have a feeling it's just more wolves around that way.
As it should be.
We're running out of the heals. We've got 4 minutes left on these spells. It's hard to tell whether these bones belong to a human or an animal, but they were definitely shattered by some mighty jaws. I'm pretty sure that's not a human ribcage. But yeah, no, I do think that Red Alert 2 was justifiably the pinnacle of the currently 867 people playing Red Alert 2 as we speak, according to their site. My first objective before new monitor was going to CNCNet very active R2A community. Yeah, I mean they might be able to help you out. Some. There's some loot over here.
I've discovered something.
You've discovered something? Oh, you discovered something. It is locked. How big of a locksmith do I try and crack that open? Ooh, a heavy pick. Called knee splitter. And a Torag pendant. Great stuff. Ooh. How are we doing on the level ups? Ugh, 10,000 EXPs to go. How are you enjoying the game? St. Nickel Stew, I'm enjoying the game reasonably. There's a couple of little quirks that I'm finding a little bit annoying. Namely how the AI, no matter where I am positioned within the group, it is always going to try and target me. And seeing as though I am not playing a particularly sturdy character, I mean, I'm not flimsy like Octavia or Tristan, but I'm not that much more durable.
Ready for anything.
And because the AI keeps attacking me, I keep getting this Death's Door. Playing it on normal difficulty. I do recall at one stage I having to basically try and sneak everywhere, and that was just more frustrating than it was enjoyable. But it did allow me to
victory!
Survive a little bit longer. After that, yeah, I'm loving the plot. From what I can make sense of it.
This will hurt.
I did think that I would have a problem with the plot because it's a Paizo plot, basically, and I think they write good narrative. I think one of the other potential things is it's a game that might have a little bit of replayability for me, simply in terms of next time I'd like to play something either that is distinctly ranged and stay at the back all of the time. I'm playing a knife master rogue, which means I really want to be getting up close and personal with these things. And for the most part, as long as they leave me alone, it's not too bad. But they very rarely seem to want to leave me alone. So if I was to replay it, probably I'd be tempted to go for a pure wizard or a full caster of some variety. Definitely ranged. If not, play something that's like Amaria Barbarian or Valerie being the tower shield specialist. I think then I would have a lot more survivability. I think if it wasn't for the fact that I'm playing this on stream, I might be tempted to go for. That's gonna hurt. Oof. Right, move away. Let's see what spells we've got left for the healings. You don't think we got it. Oh,
Yes.
if everybody could just move in and attack. Nope, you're gonna go around. Great stuff. Right.
This should do it.
Interesting. Do we have any? We do. Right, bow that. Yeah, I think a full caster would be interesting character choice. I mean, there's like 80 different choices for main character, so I do think that it has a little bit of replayability. I think one of the things I would do if I was to replay it, I won't be replaying it on stream. I'd be replaying it privately, and I'd be more tempted to see how well I could sort of like prep for battles and plan things out a little bit more. At the moment, I'm doing okay in this run. and I say this run, I mean this particular day in the game, simply because it's like, okay, I knew that I was going to be getting into a bit of a rough spot, so I threw just about all the buffs that I could find up, and as we can see, we've got, you know, little arrows there to indicate there's more buff than it's capable of showing at the moment. Right, take out the greater wall. Should be slightly easier to take out than the alpha.
Any last wishes?
I mean, one of the things I'd be tempted to do is
A calculated risk.
one of the things that people have recommended is that you can actually go ahead and there's a NPC that you can speak to in the tavern who will allow you to basically call in other heroes.
Pays off.
And as part of that, I'd be tempted to basically make the group in its entirety. That could be kind of interesting. Right, Emery, move back again. No, don't loot bodies. I want you to move all the way to the back. Again, because we're going for some more healing. That's what we're doing with you.
Yes.
I don't know if this quest is going to allow me to basically take a long rest, but I think I'm just going to have to go for one anyway. Either after this fight or shortly after this fight. Because I'm running out of healing. It would be good if there's a narrative excuse at some point. What will be good if there's a narrative excuse at some point? I'm trying to factor in these like 2 minute stream delays, and it's like no idea what I might have said about the whole narrative thing. About bringing in your entire party? Maybe? That's what you're referring to? I think to a certain degree the whole thing about bringing in the entirety of your own party is like you get to pick and choose exactly what characters and abilities you're running around with. You know, for whatever reason you so desire to a certain degree. Would be interesting to a certain degree to change up your team. Yeah, I keep forgetting to quote what you're talking about at the time of typing. Yeah, just a little bit of a slight hint might be great. You know, it'd be interesting if you could go, if there's a podcast out there or something like that where they've played through Pathfinder Kingmaker and you basically go through and build that group up and see whether you can do a better job than they did at the game. Enemy Bellaravara, up the hill, there's a burning bonfire. Beside it, a tablecloth has been spread on the ground and various delicacies on it. Enemy plucks the strings of her lute until she sees you and waves. Hello. Ah, the host of a hunt, come to pay us a visit. Welcome to our table. Lady Bellavara, you probably don't remember, you taught us politics at the academy, and I must say, you're just a delight. Bardic eloquence abandoning her, Lindsay blushes and falls silent, looking at the ground. Anamede doesn't grace her with an answer. Ah, I can hardly believe my eyes. How could such a beautiful flower bloom in these wild lands? Anamede feasts her eyes upon Valerie, who steps back with a scowl. Please, sweetheart, sit here with me. Let us enjoy your company. Fools, you fell for my trap, and now you die. No. How goes the hunt? Excellent. The sun is warm, the wine is rich, the snow is falling. Anybody? No? Seems like the narrative might have not factored in me either A, taking so long or doing this so quickly. But I think the narrative suggests that this was supposed to be a pleasant day and not snowing. You seem comfortable, not interested in hunting monsters? Why should we? We are happy where we are. Please, have a seat. Can I pour you some wine? Patax wines are the finest around. Here's King Idilveti well. His Highness is healthy and vigorous. He sends you his regards. Some urgent matters of state prevented him from attending this fine event, but he does hope to meet you personally in the near future. Enjoy yourselves. I have to get back to hunting. A good hunt to you. The bard flashes you a charming smile and begins playing her lute again. I mean, it's not much of a hunt if everybody just sits around and does nothing. But I am running desperately low on health. Forgot the name again. Amory. That is the thing. Goblins were torn apart by humongous claws. Their ugly little faces show horror. Yeah, there is goblins around Scott.
What's that?
That, Amory, is a rock. I'm sure you've seen one before. There are many just like it. However, there is something hiding underneath the rock. A Taldan warrior's dog tag. Yeah, I think the other thing that might be interested in if I was to do a playthrough is actually trying to do this somewhat gracefully. You know, get in, get exactly the targets that I'm after, and
Anything is possible.
Get out. Cat's Grace. Cat's Grace.
Here!
Share your trouble.
I think that is all of them, although I think might be able to do... can I do this? No, I can only do that once per day for one spell. Right. Valerie, you are leading the way. We will be following. Delay until after Valerie. Ferocious Hydra flails and misses. There's a very similar plot to this in the Witcher TV series, where I would feature and I imagine would feature in the game also. Very similar plot to Stay Hydrated. I'd rather not be hydrated if it involves Hydra.
This is where I step in.
Although saying stay hydrated, I have actually run out of coffee. Which is most disappointing to me. Oh, I just realised, Steak Nickel Stew, you followed me. Thank you very much for the follow. Just a little bit of channel paperwork, promotion type stuff. When I get to 50 followers, I will be having a giveaway. I'm still not entirely sure how I'm going to be running the giveaway just yet. But it probably will be using Nightbot and his random generation of things. But no rush as of yet. We're up to a very similar plot to the hunt, different part to searching, some being too chilled out about it, etc.
I'll try to make this swift.
I mean, one would argue that the Pathfinder Kingmaker possibly came before The Witcher. But it's a very stereotypical, cliche trope. Where it's like you've got a hunting party and people have different opinions as to what that means to them. Some la-di-da nobles think that it's a chance just to have a sit down and socialise, where others take it slightly more seriously. Right, that is a melted shard of a ring. Okay.
Give the order.
Right.
We will prevail.
That looks like the bigger Hydra. It's a primal Hydra. They are both primal Hydras. That was a 16 to hit my heavy armored person.
This will hurt.
Range for that one, for you. And how many have I antagonized? 3 of them. Great stuff. What do you reckon the dex on a Hydra is like?
Stay behind me.
We're outrageous for the day. What we got left? What have we got left? We got not much left. What do we have left? We got a hold person, not gonna help. Slow. Ooh, slow. Slow sounds like a good
This
idea.
spell's not supposed to work like that.
Oh, just does it have to be centered? Centered on a target within close range. God dang it. Oh wait, is it all enemies? All enemies centered on both. That'll do. That shouldn't affect me. It didn't affect any of them either. Jesus, wept on a skateboard. We're out of fourths. What have we got in the third? Remove disease. See how this goes for them.
Let's try this way.
I mentioned something about being parched and wanting a coffee, and then totally forgot about it. Okay, I do have a slight problem in that I will be making the way of damage, and these guys have healing. We also have a haste, so let's have the haste centered on Tristan. Whee! Everybody gets a haste. Tristan. You got anything interesting in the way of spells? Remove paralysis, lesser restoration, fairy fire. Ooh, fairy fire might help over there. Is there a mechanic to killing Hydra? It seems like you have to do fire damage to save a neck or shut off the regen or something. I don't think they're regen. No, because they've got fast healing, which is different to regeneration. This is one of the wonderful things about Starfinder, Pathfinder, and basically, you know, overly complicated systems. Regeneration basically means that even at 0 hit points, you will get those hit points back. There is usually some way of shutting it off, like with a troll. If you do fire or acid damage, it prevents the regeneration And if you are at 0 hit points and do not regenerate, you die. With fast healing, if you have positive hit points at the end of your round, you gain 9 hit points. If you die because you hit 0 hit points, you're dead. Which is something that still persists even in Starfinder, although fast healing and regeneration I don't think are very common when it comes to Starfinder. Have I hasted these? Or is it just... I don't know. I'm not hasted them. Just seem very fast-paced, that's all. Do I want to try... Oh. Let's... displace... How long is that going to last? 8 rounds. Great stuff.
Let us strike as one!
I mean, I have a feeling this is going to last slightly longer than 8 rounds.
Bring it!
Right. What have we got left in the way of spells? 3rd level, we got a whole person. That's not going to work. 2nd level, we got nothing. 3rd level, we got nothing. Although... acid should get past their damage with this. It does. Great stuff. Let's give Shield of Faith. This basically means most of the time they're not going to be able to hit Valerie for a month of Sundays. I'm really screwed. That thing is just not for giving up on her.
You deserved it.
Oh, shoot. I forgot they were there. I mean, they're quite literally just there, but...
Do not falter!
Take out that guy. Maybe if you could roll something slightly higher than nothing.
I'll fight if I have to.
How are we doing? Walk away and shoot that guy 3 times. I missed with 3 shots.
This should do it.
Ooh. We killed the one that was actually attacking Emily. Nice.
Any last wishes?
Next. Oh, one of them actually managed to hit.
Onwards!
Might actually get Amory close, but she is actually one of our main damage dealers, so just gonna have to accept that chance.
So it's come to this.
Bum ba bum.
A calculated risk.
If these things
This
can't
is
stay
where I
focused on Valerie, despite Amory being there, I might actually move in Tyrone closer so that we can have him doing his sneak attacks as daggers, which are also magical, which also might give us a better chance
They go down!
at getting past that damage reduction. I think
You
I'm gonna
can't
risk it.
stop me.
Not as armored up
Repent.
as Valerie, I don't have the displacement on me, but I should be slightly survivable. so it's very insistent on trying to attack Valerie. Okay, take the shot.
This will hurt.
And then move. Forget that you. It's very difficult using this interface. It's if I was playing at a tabletop, it was I take the shot and then I switch my weapon out, using my move this round to switch weapons.
Stay behind me!
And then I kind of remember that I don't want to do 4-round attacks.
Consider me
Should be the next one
provoked.
down.
You forced
Alright.
my hand.
I think slow just ran off? Yeah, slow just ran off. Ran out. Okay, so we switch this to this. And then
Let's try this way.
watch this thing just turn around and start murdering me. For no good reason. Oh no, it's still fucking valid. Good.
Let us strike as one!
You've got to admire
This is
Ameri's
for
just
you!
persistence at screaming and attacking despite having, what, 7 hit points.
This should do it.
There we go, that's slightly better damage.
Serves you right.
We actually managed to get through the defenses again with another 20 on the die. Who's gonna get the killing blow?
That is not far.
Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be the big one yet. What's that? Loot. Alright, let's save it. There's a reason why I keep around all of these healing potions. Amory, you're gonna swill around a little bit, but hey ho. This is what you get for running out of healing. So many healing potions. And Valerie took a few of these. Couple more. One more. There we go. Lindsay can take a couple. Anybody know how many healing potions I had right before all of that started? Where's this loot? I can see it on the map. I can't see it in person. Oh, there it is. He's dead.
In due time.
I'm listening. We've done better ones.
I'll fight if I have to.
You delay until after the hybrid's done. I don't want you rushing up and getting yourself murdered again.
I'll try to make this swift.
It's a surprise round, so you don't actually get a go this turn. And the same applies for Chiron.
You can't stop me.
And I will take a break after this fight. Or should I? Should I just press on until the stream ends?
So it's come to this.
It's another 50 minutes now. But I do kind of want to... Oh, that's got a regen of 12. It might actually be better with a harder
Bring it!
Hydra than the last one. Where's the volume control thing? There it is. Just all of a sudden paranoid
Do
that
not
I've
falter.
accidentally muted myself and I'm just talking away into the void.
Consider me provoked.
Nope, missed.
You deserved it.
Do we have any? Oh, we do actually have some more songs. Next time, remind me to sing a song.
Repent!
Or should I just bless? It has a breath weapon. I should probably be concerned about that.
Tear them apart!
A calculated risk.
Onwards! Stay behind me!
Why are you some people not attacking?
Any last wishes?
Get out of the fire.
Let us strike as one!
This is for you. This is where I step
I
in.
haven't remembered if I actually killed a hydra, or a poisonous hydra yet.
You forced my
On this
hand.
hunt. And I need to remember to switch out and buff somebody.
This will hurt.
I think they're nauseated.
Do not falter! Onwards!
What is going on?
Serves you right.
Move forward a little bit. And left.
So, Kaya.
We may have a weapon here. Luckily it's not doing a very good job at hitting. Yeah, I've not
Let's
kind of
try
elected
this
any
one.
Hydra heads yet. But I don't think I've also I also don't think I've killed a Hydra, a poisonous Hydra
Stay
yet.
behind me!
I mean, I've not even killed this one yet. Does it have resistance, do we know? I'll check it out. Right, Lindsay sings a song. Keep forgetting she can sing a song as a bonus action, so I could actually attack in the same round. Slightly concerned about the fact that the encumbrance has just come on. Okay, if I hit 0, then I fall unconscious.
Let us strike as one!
I'll fight if I have to.
I think I've done a grand
You
total
deserved
of
it.
not much damage because the main damage dealers are currently crippled. No, it's just regenerated 5 hit points back to max. yay, we did 4 points of damage.
You can't stop me.
5 points
Any
of damage.
last wishes?
11 points of damage. Ooh. That's a good hit.
They go down!
And we're back to doing no points of damage. Come on.
Do not falter! Her!
Consider me provoked.
Let's see, what do we have? Do we have anything? Ear piercing scream? Sure, why not? Remove fear, protection from evil, bane. Don't really need any of that stuff. What's that? Wand of Blast. Don't need that. What other ones do we have? We got the Wand of Fine Traps and the Wand of Bane. Don't really need any of those right now. Trust and just keep it up with the bow. Ooh, nice. Keep it up with the bow. Abilities. All we've got is a bark skin on you, which doesn't really help. So
This
keep it
should
up with
do
bow.
it.
Oh, crossbow. Valerie. Let's see. What do you have access to? Grease. Burning arc. Cause an arc flame to leap burning one enemy along with one additional enemy's. $1d6 per caster level, so that'll be 3d6 fire damage. And it says only enemies, so it might arc and hit something. True strike, acid arrow, magic missile. Let's have some acid arrows flying out. Whee! And you've got expeditious retreat. If it's not expeditious retreat, it could be. Could be a spell. Lindsay could use. Why does that say 0? That's weird. Scroll of acid arrow. We've already got acid arrow going. Bless, burning hands, color spray, corrosive touch, corrosive touch. You successfully perform a melee attack. Don't really want to be doing that. Their cures, divine favor, divine power, scroll of doom, doom. Causing it to be shaken. Can't remember what shaken is, but I don't think it's great. Expeditious retreat, fireball, haste. Ooh. Let's have a haste go off. There we go. Now we just get more attacks per round. Hi-yah!
Bring it!
Yeah, I'm gonna get 3 chances to miss. Ooh, 2 nice hits. Good, good.
A calculated risk.
This is where I step in.
So it's come to this.
them apart!
This will hurt.
This is the thing. I could play this very slowly, very tactically, and make sure that I use up all of the available resources at my disposal. For example, you know, the wands and the scrolls and whatnot.
Serves you right.
The thing is, I'm just not that kind of player for the most part, and
Repent!
my friend over at Geeks for Good, he tried playing Pathfinder Kingmaker on stream. And one of the things is, he is a very tactical, thought-out player of the game. So he was, you know, one of the problems he had with his stream. There we go. We got the head of a Hydra.
All according to plan.
Which means that all that remains is the other thing. There are 3 die monsters here, so to become one I need to bag at least 2 of them, but I can't remember what they were. There's Hydra, Wyvern, that was it. All according to plan, yes. Oh. Say all according to plan. I
No
can't
mistakes.
bloody move at the moment. Because I'm overburdened. I can carry a grand total of 30 pounds. And I think my armor weighs 20 of those pounds. Jesus. Okay, I think I've still got... Did I burn? No, there it is. Okay, let's... What? No, I want you to... Lesser restoration. Chiron, there we go. There we go, we can move again.
I know what to do.
2 of my strength back. I can now carry 35 pounds. See, I think to a certain degree I'm expended. Pretty much.
Something bothering you? Confide in me.
Because I used... Oh no, it is just the one that I've got prepared. Right. I am going to retreat away. Because I have essentially won this competition. I have 2 of the 3 bad guys. Heads. And I'm also in a lot of pain and have very little left over. So I'm probably going to have to sleep this off. Can you get any pack like mule to help with the carry weight, etc.? You can't get pack mules as far as I'm aware. The thing is, you do have the party limit over here, which is, you know, at the moment the party can take 895 pounds before becoming overburdened. And you do have in the party sheet, you know, the bag of holding, which is minus 200, and the small bag of holding, which is minus 100. So I can actually carry over a ton of stuff around. The thing is, that's not equipped on a person. I don't think it can be equipped on a person.
I do not find this useful.
Because all that it is counting here is what you personally are wearing. So I've got half a pound, pound, 4 pound, 0.05 of the pound, 3 pound, 4 pound. I could have taken off some of this stuff to get it down below 35. But at the same token, it's one of... Oh, wait, no. Let's go to the hunting lodge. and enter here and see if we can't get this hunt declared as I'm victorious before retreating back to the capital to sleep off terrible, terrible things. 2 trophies. I never would have guessed that you would be still like this. Would you like to announce the end of a hunt, or do you hope to claim yet another trophy? How goes the hunt? Can't see much from here. My crew wastes no time. If you don't hurry, there may be no trophies left for you. I have 2 of the trophies. I don't care. Tell me of the Embeth Travelers. What would be of interest? Embeth Forest is a strange place even for the River Kingdoms. It teems with magic. The Fae who live there believe there's no place for humans. Obviously, we believe otherwise. Fae, big deal. We have giants and mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, and we don't complain. You know what we do? We eat them. I'm pleased for both of you and your appetite. May I finish answering the question now? We've been fighting them for centuries, seen a lot in that time, but I must say the beasts you're dealing with here are new to even us. We're practically neighbours, it seems only right to offer our help to you, especially since if these creatures manage to eat all of you, Astral forbid, they may just go for us as a second course. I'm gonna call the hunt here. I kind of want to not call the hunt, go back to town, heal up, and come back. But that doesn't seem very correct in terms of a narrative. I think that I've claimed 2 of the trophies. The hunt should last about a day, and therefore, ta-da. I was doing paperwork earlier on, or stream work earlier on, announcing the giveaway. I didn't actually say what the giveaway was for. The giveaway... sorry, my mind just bounced all over the show there, so you'll have to forgive me. The giveaway is for either £10 as a Steam or £10 Paizo gift cards. It's a winner's choice, mainly because I know that a lot of people who hang around on the places where I announce. Yeah, if you've won, you've won. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like... I could basically cheese it, go back to town, get rested up, come back, and find the other wyvern. And be all like, haha, I got all 3, but yeah, it doesn't feel narratively correct. So I'm just going to call it here. But yeah, a lot of people that I hang around with are into tabletop role-playing games, so they might be more interested in the Paizo voucher rather than the Steam voucher. Steam is just there because I know that some people are just here for the video games, and a lot of people who are here for Pathfinder Kingmaker actually already own Pathfinder Kingmaker, so it doesn't see much sense in giving away a copy of that. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, then I've remembered to announce it. Back to sound the horn, the hunt is over. As you wish. The huntsman opens the window and sounds the horn. Now the hunt is over, let's see how it turned out. How did our Mivonian guests fare? Our honourable guest from Nivon fought one monster but barely survived. Fortunately, his grace Grace's timely arrival forestalled tragedy. We wish them better luck next time. How did our Pitaxian guests fare? Our honourable Pitaxian guest managed to bag a single squirrel. Well, I hope at least they had a good time. How did the Embeth Travellers fare? We defeated one of the beasts, but His Grace, noble ruler of these hunting grounds, has accomplished the true feat of gathering more trophies than us. Such skill deserves deep and genuine respect. The huntsman bows deeply towards you. Who won? You, Your Grace. 2,500 gold coins and 12 exquisite pearls. The hunt is officially over. Thank you all for participating. What happened to me? Help!
I shall end this suffering.
Well, I did not expect that to happen. Shoot. I am not in shape to fight. Give it a sonic scream. Do we know who exploded? Oh, just a servant.
Let's try this way.
Nice. Good couple of hits. Prove your prowess and then go stand at the back of them. I don't think this is going to cause too much of a problem. It's just a singular ferocious owlbear. This is a CR14, but luckily the meat shields are in the way.
You forced my hand.
The master of the hunt just died.
You
Pretty sure that's
deserved it.
not going to go down well for diplomatic relations.
This should do it.
Simply dreadful. I've seen, I'll see it to this poor man's family receives their pension. Wait, could it be that the monsters have appeared in this manner? If the public learns of this, there'll be no stopping the panic. I recommend we keep this incident quiet for the time being. I'll conduct an investigation without drawing anyone's attention. In a month's time, I'll inform you of the results. Yeah, I think this is one of them cases where I don't want to induce panic, so I'm not going to go for the good situation. I'm going to go for the lawful, and it's like, yes, telling the public would do more harm than good. Let's try to solve the problem discreetly to avoid further trouble. I will give all necessary orders once we've returned to the capital. Which, after skinning this thing and looting everything, is where we're going to go. Yeah, that was not expected in the slightest. I mean, it was only a singular owlbear, so it wasn't really all that dangerous, but well, that could have gone a lot worse. To the throne room! Let's get this investigation underway, and I'm going to stay locked in my bedroom for the next few days. I'm not. I think if I just rest them one night, it should clear up most of this, or...
I am prepared.
If not, I'll go see what's his face in the morning. Let's manage the affairs before I go to bed. Nothing much actually to manage. 88 days. Oh, Jesus. I did not realize that was going to take 88 days. That's dealing with the consequences of the unfair prices. I mean, most of the things that I'm concerned about tends to be the curses. Have I played any of the Witcher games? Yes. But it's one of them games where I sit down and I've played a little bit of the first one. And then it's one of them games where it's got a lot of controls, and I forgot half of them what they do. And then there's the whole crafting side of things. And there's so much. It's a deep and complicated game, the first one. And I sort of like wasn't paying attention as I started mucking around on it. So I stopped playing it for a while, then started playing it again, and I had to start again from the beginning. And it still kind of overwhelmed me. And it's one of them games that I intend on going back and seeing through to the end. It might even be one that I'll actually end up streaming just so that I can sort of like sit down and pay attention to it. After everything else. I've got quite a backlog of games that I kind of want to get through. But I am getting slightly better at actually sitting down and focusing on games as I'm playing it on stream. I know that I own The Witcher. I think I own The Witcher 2 game, but I've never actually played it because I kind of want to play through the first one before getting deeply into the second one. And the third one I own. And I've played that a little bit because a friend bought it for me as a gift. So I figured to sit down and play it for a bit. And it's not bad. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like one of the things that I knew that you'd end up doing this to a certain degree. It's all like British Bumbershoot has only recently got into PC gaming, by the way, everybody, if anybody's listening. And he has never experienced a Steam sale quite like the one that's currently going on. And this is only the Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. He's in for a ride when it comes to Christmas. But yeah, you can pick up a lot of steals around these times. I don't know. They seem like they will be good games. They're probably more in the vein of, I want to say an Elder Scrolls in its depth and complexity, but I think it's got slightly more depth and is a little bit more linear. Certainly the first one. The third one I think was a little bit more open world. But I can't say with any degree of certainty. What I can say is that they are fairly highly rated. The number of people... I've never come across anybody who said that The Witcher is a... Skyrim's finally on sale, haha. Hey, Mike the Viewer. Mike the Viewer? Mike the Viewer. You just stumbled in. Welcome. You just stumbled across my channel, or you stumbled in from one of the posts that I place around? Welcome. Feel free to drop me a follow. You're catching me towards the end of a session where my brain is severely fading away, and another viewer just asked me about the Witcher series, and I was just saying how oh, cool. I've yet to meet anybody who says that the Witcher games are bad games. But yeah, Mike, I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, different times, but if you check my schedule, it's got them in your local times on the schedule. I stream for about 3 hours. This is the 26th session of this. It's my first proper playthrough. It's the furthest I've been in any of my playthroughs. Quite simply because I get so far into it and then just sort of like stop, give up, and play something else, which is why I decided to try and stream them. How much money? 4,000. I think I'm on chapter 3. I don't know if you've played Kingmaker, or whether you're just watching people play it because you're interested in the game. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to drop them into chat, and I will do my best to advise. I've just finished a hunt, and I got severely injured. I'm on 5 strength. I've checked my kingdom. I'm going to bed. Is this going to clear it all up, or am I going to need a lot of attention for this? I'm still down by 6. Tristan. Can I get him to cast spells on me? Yeah, thanks for following. And just as an advisory, I'm trying to get to 50 followers so that I can maybe get Twitch affiliated. But to encourage people to follow, I am going to be having a giveaway when I get to 50 followers. It's going to be either be £10 Steam or Paizo gift card. The winner's choice. And I do believe you'll be 27 followers, so over halfway there. It's one of the things, I get a fair few people who sort of like pop in and drop as a follower, but I get very few people coming back. Not excessively concerned about that. There's a bit of crackling. I was not aware of that issue. British Bumbershoot, is that an issue? If so, why have you not advised me before now? Yeah, like I said, Mike, I don't get many people hanging around, so it's usually British Bumbershoot, and he's usually fairly good at telling me if there's anything up with the stream. I'm not aware of the mic crackling issue. I will have to have a investigation of that afterwards. It's a little bit frustrating. Because one of the things is, it's all, I don't, well, maybe. See, I do actually have a web camera with built-in mics on order. God knows, well, God knows when it's going to get here, because the last I checked, Amazon said it'll be sometime in January that it gets here. Hooray for living in the UK. Woo! Right, how do I get... See, I want the roll... I want a lesser restoration casting on me. So if I buy one... How do I get people to cast it on me? Ah, there we go. I just use it. Ability damage 2. Great stuff. I already had 3. Okay. Yeah, I'll listen to it afterwards. I'm not entirely sure what I can do about a mic. Because one of the things is, at the moment, is like, until I get affiliated, this channel is definitely not making any money. Okay, that's a little bit weird. Give me a second. I'm going to embrace the wonderful thing about having 2 computers and give myself a little bit of feedback if I just unmute the headset that I have connected to my laptop. Okay, blah 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 blah. Hello? No, no crackling. I mean, that's kind of weird. Oh. Ba-ding? Hello? Huh. Nope, no crackling. I thought I heard some crackling, but I think it was just my beard getting cowed up in my mic. Sorry to say, Mike, it seems like it might be on your side. I know less than nothing about that. Audio, video, it's not really my speciality. My speciality is computers and when they work. If they don't work, I'm not very good at them. So what am I doing? Wait for the Royal Council to gavel. Some jolly entertainment just turned into dark tragedy. Okay, let's head back to the phone room and see if there's any discussion that I can make there. Although we did say that it'd take 30 days. Has it cleared up? No, yeah, no worries about it. I prefer you to say something so that I can double check it rather than not saying something and then sort of like later somebody else joins and it's all like, oh, do you know your mic is crackling? Which is why I was kind of surprised when British Bumbershoot didn't say anything about playing the stream in a media player other than in browser works fine. Yeah, that's weird. Although, I gotta say, one thing about Twitch that I have noticed is, and I read about early when I started streaming, is depending on who's streaming and how well they're on the affiliate partner track, depends on what kind of service they get from the Twitch end of things. You wouldn't think it would make that much difference, but when I first started streaming, or any other streamer that I personally watch, if I go on my tablet and watch their stream, I can see it no problem. When I set up my stream, I have my tablet there and I'm setting it up and I hit go live and the stream is blank and it's like, I've done something wrong here. And I could hear myself, but no video was playing. And I tried everything. I tried messing around with every single setting that I could. And then I decided to try and view it in my browser rather than on my tablet. And it was fine. To this day, I cannot get my own stream to appear on my tablet. But every other stream works on there. And the only thing I can think is because most of the people that I tend to watch tend to be affiliated, yeah, at least affiliated with Twitch. And there is a, there's a limit to how much quality encoding goes on when it comes to going to a tablet. But yeah, so thanks for mentioning it. But luckily it's not a hardware thing, because that's the other thing. It's all like I said, it's all right. I'm not making any money off this yet. See, he kind of waiting. Did the attacks now are barely stopped? Did we win? We'll have to wait for news to arrive. Okay, so that's done. I think we're up to the part where I'm just going to go wander around for a bit. And I need to make a note of which day it is. Right. I've pretty much got that. I don't have that. So let's go there. 6 of Abydus. Okay, the Ancient Curse Part 3. We have time to prepare for the next attack from Bald Hilltop. It's 78 days. Talk to Tristan, our expert on curses. He's ready to discuss. Shouldn't put it off. Well, I'm going to put it off because I'm heading over here. Random encounter. I do believe I will encounter this. But yeah, because I'm not making any money, I'm a little bit reluctant to go out and buy high quality stuff because I have been thought about getting a dedicated mic. At the moment, the mic that I'm using is actually just a cheap USB headset mic combo. I appreciate that it's not fantastic, but it was cheap and it seems to do the job reasonably enough. Going forward, if this channel does actually start making some money and I start seeing some results from, you know, putting out content, then I'm getting a web camera because a lot of people have mentioned it's like you should really get a web camera so that people can see your face at least. Not entirely sure why people want to see my face. But apparently it's a massive factor, and it's like, well, you know, worst comes to worse, it's not the worst thing to buy at least 1 or 2 things for this.
A calculated
in the efforts of maybe making profit. But the other thing is, it's like, it's you know, going off and buying a dedicated mic is another thing, but then it's also getting it onto some kind of attachment so that it's not just sat on the desk, because then it would pick up every little thud of the desk. And then, you know, quality mics aren't cheap. And yeah, that's the thing, it's the quality seems quite good. I've not had any previous complaints about it. And you know, it does for now. Yeah, this is the other thing that I'm acutely aware of. Is I know
You
that
can't stop me.
if you go too cheap on these things, it will, you know, the quality just is not there, and that can put a lot of people off. So it's one of them things where it's like, if I was to go out and buy a microphone, I'm probably going to be looking at spending at least 1, maybe 200 on it.
Let us strike as one.
Because I feel that that would add something to the stream, just a very clear quality mic.
Bring it!
But until I can justify to myself spending that kind of money on just a mic,
this will hurt.
I'm probably not going to go for it. But yeah, I am still going to try to avoid the very tinny sounds of, you know, I can tell when it comes to, I was chatting a load of crap about using a DLSR as a web camera. Yeah, it's the thing, you mentioned it at the time, it's like, potentially going to somebody I know who's got a DLSR and seeing if I could borrow it for the sake of a webcam. And this is the thing, one of the problems with DLSR is actually the quality of a basic DLSR tends to be to the point that it will overload the bus into the computer if it doesn't have some specific settings on it.
Any last wishes?
You know, basically to reduce the quality, because, you know, you don't get megapixels when it comes to webcams. You get, you know, a few pixels. Unless you start spending way over the top for these things. There's a guy that I watch, and you can tell that his web camera, for whatever reason, is far above that of the other people who he's streaming with, because it's a podcast for
Tear them apart!
tabletop Pathfinder. And, you know, his image is just always perfectly clear on the rest of it, and it's like, yeah, I'm using the camera
Let's
that
try this way.
I took home from work when everybody got sent home, and the reason why my picture looks a lot better than everybody else's is because this is $2,000 worth of equipment, as opposed to everybody else using, you know, your bog standard C922 web camera. And that is the web camera. And why did I just pick up all that junk? I do not want all that junk. Drop it all. Which is the webcam that I got offered. I actually managed to find one. One of the things that really annoys me about the Logitech web camera, and I say that it annoys me, it's not a major bugbear per se. It's just a little bit frustrating. It's like, I was asking streamers that I know, it's all like, what kind of web camera do you use, and, you know, do you have any recommendations? And it's like, oh yeah, we use, all of them turn around and say they use the C922 from Logitech. And it's like, cool. And it's, yeah, it's really great for the, yeah, the possible resolution, especially seeing as though you don't actually want a lot of the time a full screen of their face. It's a tiny window in the corner, which should be probably what I'll be doing most of the time. Apart from like now, where I'm sort of like ranting on a little bit. Continue along that road. Oh shoot. Go there. And most of the American friends that I've got was saying, "Oh yeah, it's, you know, it's really good for the price, because it's like it's under $100." And it's like, cool. So I started poking around over here, and I could not find one for anything cheaper than 150 Great British pounds. If you do the conversion rate on that, it basically comes out to like nearly $200. And it's all like, so for exactly the same web camera, I have to pay twice as much as my American counterparts. You know, I know that over here in the UK we get ripped off for electronics, but it's what's all like one of them where it's like, okay, I'll pay £100 for one of these things, because, you know, the $100 is not £100, not by, well, it's just not. It's like £100 is $150 off the top of my head,
I'll
roughly.
try to make this swift.
And dibbly what's it, flibbity flob. Lost my train of thought. So yeah, I couldn't find anything less than £150. Even from Logitech themselves. Logitech was advertising it as $99.99. But if you go to, when I was looking, it was like,
this should do it.
On back order, it's out of stock from Logitech themselves, and it's like, yeah, okay, this isn't good. I can't get it direct for the price that's reasonable. Right. I think this guy needs to die. So, well, actually, no, let's just hold him there for now. He succeeded on his will saving.
Consider me provoked.
Could you do me a favor and kill that guy? Thank you. Right, now, next turn, yeah, shoot that guy up there. And yeah, this is the thing, it's like, I don't mind paying the £100 for it, which I have done. I've managed to find one that was on sale for £100.
Do not falter! Onwards!
It's going to take a while to arrive. Its estimated delivery is sometime in January. But it does the whole, I think it's 1080p at 30 frames a second,
This is for
720p at 60 frames a second. And yeah, you're quite right. It's like downscaling it to a tiny little window in the corner is what it's probably going to be doing most of the time. But I do have plans.
So it's come to this.
You know, I'd like to have an overlay where I can switch to it and occasionally have it just the whole of my face, so that I can talk rather than being distracting with the game. Because I do that a fair amount. Some of my streams, it's just a lot of me sitting here with a single screen in game, and it's just me talking and an imaginary camera on the top of my monitor.
A calculated risk.
And also, you know, further down the line, I'd like to try my hand at doing sort of like a on-stream live play of Pathfinder or Starfinder, in which case it's just going to be all faces, so having a reasonable quality camera for that is not going to be the worst thing in the world. Well, that's the thing, it's not like how much I'm paying for it versus the quality that it's going to give out. It's a comfortable amount for me where it's like, yeah, I can, if this doesn't work out, then it's not the end of the world. Composite, take that. Loot bodies, short sword, long sword, no. This guy might have something of interest. Bears endurance, masterwork, long spear, and chain shot. Okay. Okay, this is how did you play this game before it had turn-based mode? I thought it improved it so much. I didn't. I did play it for a little bit, and one of the things for me was it was just so difficult. You know, it was so much of just putting it on pause and then letting it run for a couple of seconds and then putting it on pause again.
We have a
and
moment
getting
of respite.
very frustrated at the fact that the game just only ever seems to be on pause. So I lowered down the difficulty, and then it was playable, but there was no challenge, so I kind of got bored of it. I benched it. I never even made it out of the first chapter. And then when they... I then started watching a stream by Paizo, who are the minds behind the plot. Not the developers or the publishers, but the guys who wrote the plot for it. They were playing it with a user mod for turn-based mode. And so I could get behind that. And then it was a case of, so I never really got around to sitting down and playing it. And then I found out that Owlcat Games was introducing a turn-based mode into the base game. And that's when I decided, okay, when that releases, I'm going to start streaming it. And this is my first real playthrough. I'm now in the third chapter. The first few times that I played it, I never managed to get it out of the first chapter. I managed to get out of the prologue, but after that it was just, oh no, I'm just not enjoying this because I've got the difficulty so low that it's just I'm walking all over these people. But if I turn it up to a reasonable difficulty, they walk all over me unless I play it in a way that I don't enjoy. So I'm really glad that they've introduced the turn-based mode. I personally wouldn't play it any other way. I'm not disagreeing with people who choose to play it like that. It's whatever floats your boat. But yeah, it is now past the end of my stream. As you can possibly tell, I've put up the end stream, and I have also been out of coffee for the last hour or so, and my throat is getting very, very dry. I'm just going to double check something, because usually what I would do is pass over to Halfsinger Games. However, Halfsinger and all her cohorts are Americans. Oh yeah, if you do catch me on another stream, bring up Baldur's Gate. I can talk for hours on that. I love this genre of this style of game. It's actually, you know, I've got this. I've got Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I've got that on Kickstarter. So when that's released, I'll get a copy of it. Pillars of Eternity 2, Torment Tides of Numenera. They're all on my list of games to play, which I'm hopefully going to be playing on stream. But I will also talk for hours about all kinds of video games. Anyway, right. So I'm going to close off the screen now. I'd usually raid somebody else, but there's none of the people that I know streaming right now. So it's just going to be a tatty bye from me. Hope to see you all next time. Tatty bye.